Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Silver Lantern Archive. Today we are going to be continuing on with the Dominion of the Riftborn. Our parties found themselves in a very interesting place after going through the rift. Well, things have not gone the easiest for them. The party's turning real suspicious of their surroundings. As for how we're getting there and what's been going on, well, the loudmouth of the party ain't gonna shut up anyway, so let's let him talk. Cornholio.
Thank you for that distinguished introduction. So when we last joined the party, I believe we had just separated into groups to go explore the city a little bit, and we ended up being sent a message by, I believe, Bella to come to the infirmary because apparently some shit was popping off over there. Someone. Oh wait, no. First they actually we ended at when Bella was seeing something was going off near the infirmary. Turns out someone was absolutely losing their goddamn mind. They had red eyes. They were going ape shit, and they had to be quarantined. And because Bella and Ciel got associated with it, they had to be quarantined too. Luckily, Ciel had a method to contact us and let us all know that what was going on. So we all went over there. Uh, and Bella mentioned that she has a nurse, not a nurse, a personal physician that needs to be aware of what's going on. So they were allowed to bring them in. Ciel contacted us. Cornelius and Xanth came to the infirmary to get their head injuries checked. Of course, they found nothing wrong with us. And Varen was led to speak to Bella through what can only be described as a magical one-way mirror with one of those one-to-one telephone things like prisons have. We learned some stuff about what was going like how this place had a very bad outbreak of plagues earlier, and now they have very strict quarantine protocols. And eventually we were all released. Well, Bella and Ciel were released because they were the ones in quarantine, and Cornelius and Xanth got let out with a clean bill of health. And Father Dalton was sent to a rubber room with toys because you know he's Father Dalton. What do you expect? We made it to the library in which we met up with this very enthusiastic and just bubbly librarian who was sleeping in the library. Stole the swords. Managed to. I think we managed to make them believe that we just found it. That they weren't just the product of battle loot. And we found out that some God, what did she say about the guys we have to go meet? That they would have a lot more information for us.
About that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. What was it? It was something about how she has this friend who is the son of a noble, and we all thought it was the father who had gone crazy. Turns out it was the son who had gone absolutely crazy. So yeah, now we're heading over to that mansion to go and check out on them, see what's going on, see what the hell he was talking about with that eerie little, I'm not gonna say poem, but what's the word I'm looking for? Prophecy?
Babbling.
Incoherent babbling of a man who possibly just had a really bad fever. Who knows? But that's pretty much what we're doing right now.
Isn't that all prophecies?
Hmm?
Alrighty, go ahead and take your point. As we rejoin the party um Akio has given the description of her partner.
And based on the description, we know that it's the guy we saw being led away.
Yes.
We all saw him.
Wait, that hmm.
Xanthus,
Ciel, you'll
Xanthus gonna look at you, Cornelius, and shut the fuck up.
Wait,
well,
I don't think, can I just ask about table? I don't think anyone realizes it but Bella so far, right? That it's not who they thought it was, or do people know?
We had the conversation after game last week, I believe, because we've all seen him, because we all saw him get led out.
and if anyone's gonna remember a face based on description, it would be Cornelius. Keen mind feed and all.
Not only that, but we all literally just saw him less than an hour ago.
Yep. It wasn't them. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. It wasn't somebody that, if anybody recognizes the description more than Bella, it's going to be Ciel. The Ciel just followed him.
But
Right.
Ciel will hear will hear because Cornelius was communicating directly with Ciel. You mind asking to make sure that is the guy we all saw, right? Being led away. This is internal with Ciel, so it's not out loud.
Uh-huh. Anyway, keep you.
Asking who to make sure? Asking the girl at the library?
No, I mean everyone you're in contact with in the party.
Oh, you mean just spread it around? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Selwyn's not here, so it would just be Xanth. So I guess I'll ask Xanth. That's the son, right? Or I think didn't she tell us last week? I can't remember.
What do you mean tell us last week, above table?
Above table, she said that when she said the description, we realized that it was the son, not the father.
Yes, she's been
What was
referring to two individuals. She's been referring to Dorian and then Lord Vale. Y'all thought Lord Vale was the individual y'all had followed. But now that you've gotten a better handle on who she's talking about, the description is for the same. It was for Dorian, but it was
Dorian Vale.
also the very person that UCL followed to their manor.
Right. So I know that I followed Dorian Vale and not Lord Vale.
Yeah, he was referred to as Lord Vale, but that's probably.
So yeah, I'll just
If you
relay
want
that back to
to see,
Cornelius.
if you look in here,
I'm
that
sure
is
I know
Dorian.
it was Dorian Vale.
He doesn't quite look as put together. Long dark hair, kind of pointed ears, glasses.
Alright, so we should probably go check on them then, yeah?
Seems like a plan is as good as plan as any.
Well,
Eh,
Sure. I know.
did you say that out loud, by the way? Xanth, just to confirm.
yes, I had to say that out loud because not all of us are connected.
Okay, that's what I
Well,
thought. I just
you're
wanted to make sure.
connected.
And not with everyone in the party.
Ah.
We were already talking aloud about going to go pay them a visit.
Well, can you pass on that I'll have lunch ready if he's interested?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you. I should definitely go get the. She seems lost in her own thoughts for a moment as she's looking around the library.
I don't
Cornelius is going to whisper that we should get going, should we not?
know. Xanth is just gonna nod and start walking towards the exit.
Cornelius will follow.
The others go along.
Yes, of course. I kind of got to lead the way.
Yeah, Erin will fall after pulling herself away from all those books of a nation's different type of medical uses.
Bella, going along?
Yep.
Doesn't take long before y'all are out on the street again, leaving the woman in the library all on lonesome.
But
That's
then
not
when you say it
ominous
like,
at all.
yeah, when you say it like that, like,
Wasn't
as we're
anybody else
walking,
in the library.
fair. But as we're walking towards the mansion, Cornelius will ask Xanth, "Is it just me, or did that woman seem to have a soft spot for the young man we're about to go visit?"
I mean, it can't be any more obvious, I think.
Cornelius, you are a gossip.
Is this news to you?
Not in the slightest. I'm still going to call you out on it because somebody has to. Granted, it is nice to have the help of Bella.
I just think it's kind of adorable. It's kind of like those village romances you see from time to time. So unsure of each other, and it's just kind of funny to watch from sidelines and laugh.
Yes, quite. I will root for them from the sidelines. I believe the kids call it shipping these days.
Xantha's just gonna look at Bella. Bella, you are getting the help me. Help.
Oh, I know. Did we lose them? They're muted. Dog might have got
They
them.
are muted.
Sorry, no, I got my Discord froze on mute and just would not work for a minute. Yeah, Bella will look back over at Xanth and just be like, yeah, I don't think that's what it's called. And it, I mean, why do you care if she is interested in him or not? Like, are you interested in her? Are you trying to see if something will happen there? Have a bit of romance yourself?
Oh, not at all.
Right.
Love is always
I think it's
interesting.
always
As they say, love is a battle, and battle is kind of my thing.
uh, I really don't even know what to say to you or about you at this point in life. I feel like there's a lot more important things going on than caring about someone's possible love interest. Right?
Yes, well, this is true, but it's also good. It's important to keep things light and lively while we're dealing with all kinds of bullshit.
I'll
A
be
man,
honest
Yes,
with you.
I
The words light and lively do not come to mind when I think of you. Loud and ludicrous, maybe, but light and lively are not two words that I put together when I think of you, personally.
well, that's your opinion, and I'm sure quite a few others' opinions. But Say Libby.
Right. Ciel, are we getting close?
Just a little further up the road.
Just would like to get this over with so I can go take a nap because I am still tired. So tired.
It takes a good long walk from the spires. Y'all are a good distance away, but it seems to have been on the other side of the massive spires, as you're still pretty close to the inner ring of around them. However, spires themselves are quite sizable now that you're on the move. But y'all do end up walking along a mostly deserted street, other than some guard, probably house guard, moving about, spears over their shoulders, that same chainmail you saw before. All of them, while wearing different colors, has the same type of armor. Only that chain.
But these guys are carrying around spears, you say?
Yeah, just like the normal guards were.
I thought that normal guards were only
Normal
carrying around
guards only
daggers.
had daggers.
No, the people have daggers. Guards have spears.
It's like a
Those are the
huge
only
drop
two
because
weapons.
I have notes. Okay, I was just say I have like notes that say it's so weird because the only thing that anybody carries are daggers.
Yeah, any of the normal people, you see no armor whatsoever outside of the guard. The guard have the chainmail armor and a spear, no shield as far as you can see. Just that, and no one else has anything other than a dagger that you've seen. You've seen no rapiers, no bows. Well, you saw bows in the shop, but that was it.
This is something I
That's
should
all
have
you've
asked
seen.
earlier. Based on Cornelius's years of training and proficiency with martial weapons in war and all kinds of battle, looking at these guards, does it look like they actually are ready to use any of these weapons or their weapons at all? Like, do they look like they're actually prepared to fight someone if something happens?
Decently so. They seem to move well in their armor, and they're not bumping into things with their spears, so you think at least they've used it decently?
So they are trained for combat. They're just not used to it, I guess.
Your best bet.
This place, this place confuses and concerns Cornelius.
I
There's a
think
difference
we're all
between
there.
training for battle and those that have fought in battle. So I think these guys have been trained for battle but never actually seen one.
Or on the different side, this is more of a suppressing force. They're the ones that have any kind of weaponry. Moreover, it is a symbol more than an active use weapon. Because the weapons you're seeing don't look like they've seen a lot of battle. And their kind of battle is mostly going to be suppressive, meant to deal with any kind of unruly individual or drunkard more than going to war. They do not look like war-based soldiers. They look like... So think the police versus the military. Usually, guards like this interlaced, you'd see some that look like soldiers. That's where they end up after. These guys only look like...
We could probably take everyone here, huh?
Probably. You might go down to numbers, but...
I don't know. With how afraid that guy in the blacksmith was, I think if they actually saw the reality of combat, they would lose their shit and run.
Never know.
I don't plan on finding out unless it comes to that.
Okay. I lost internet for a second. Is anyone in the group wearing leather?
In our group,
Yes.
I'm wearing studded leather.
Okay, so you stand out.
Is that-
All of y'all.
We probably
Anybody wearing armor stands
I
out. 'cause I
mean,
don't think
I'm
anybody has the
guessing
same
the
chainmail.
people that were wearing plate probably stand out more than I do.
I don't think anybody has.
I
Uh,
don't think any of us are in plate.
I think the
Not
only
even
one who
the
doesn't stand
general.
out is me because I don't have armor.
Neither does Bella.
Bella doesn't. I was gonna say, but we can't stand out that much because we didn't stand out when we were walking around with two giant scimitars on Bella's back, and no one seemed to notice. So I don't think they care that much. Is kind of my thought on things. Still, like they haven't. They walked around with us with Cornelius in armor. Like, Mom, I don't actually. I don't know if Aaron's really in armor, but I know this is an armor. Xantha's armor, like Ciel's in armor, people have weapons on them, like swords and things like that, and no one has said anything. They've just been cool with it. So we can only, I don't know if it's something with the rift or what, but we can't stand out that much because no, you would think that these guards would be a lot more suspicious if they were worried about it.
That's actually a good point. It might be the magic of the rift that's keeping us like concealed somewhat. Like just like how it works with the coins, it makes us look completely normal unless we do something weird, like bringing up someone's
of
an injury on someone or something like that.
Or like nothing was weird until Bella like brought out the scimitars and said that she used them. Then the guy freaked out. And so it just seems like, I mean, multiple people have come up and just had conversations or talked to us and nothing's been strange about it. So my thought was that maybe it's something with the rift that kind of makes us look like we fit in more because you think that no one else wearing chainmail, we would have been clocked like when the guards escorted us very kindly and worried about Xanth, who I believe is in chainmail. Probably would have said something then and not been so willing to just walk her and make sure that we all get rooms or get her somewhere safe.
Oh,
Kind
I'm
of what
walking
I've
around
been.
with like an armory, like an armor, spear, sword, shield. I'm a walking, talking armory.
I mean, so am I.
Yeah, I think we all are, to be honest with you. I mean,
No,
everyone to fight
not
like
all of us. Some of
Speak
us
for
have
yourself.
a few weapons.
at heart, you both are okay. You can both cast magic and do things. At heart, you can do wonderful things. But I'm just saying, like, we were all just at a medical thing with people with like shields and weapons and armor and stuff that people carry here. Bella carries a shield, so I just, um,
Yeah,
that'd be the
People
I'm
only
sure
thing.
probably
Sans
think
does
you just
too.
have a table on your back for some reason.
Maybe very possible. It'd
Maybe
be a
you're
really tiny
really
table.
into surprise tea parties in the street.
Bella gives that vibe for sure. I
Yeah.
think really approachable and fun.
Or you aggressively drag people into tea parties and make them have tea with
Ah, so they're the
Probably.
Mad
That'd
Hatter.
be nice to do.
you.
Um,
Sounds like
okay.
something I need to do.
So yeah, Xanth is gonna clock that, but it's gonna keep their mouth shut, because otherwise, let's like trying not to bring attention to it.
We're walking
Bella
through
wants to
like
do the opposite. She can't. Sorry, Bella can't talk in CL's head, but she does want to kind of. I don't know who's closest to her, so I guess whoever's closest, she does want to just kind of lean down and not say super loud, just be quietly and mention that. Right, I've been thinking since we've been here, it is a bit weird that the gods have so armor, the people don't. We're all looking like we just came out of a battlefield, except the doctor and the preacher. So we all look like we kind of out of a fight. And no one said anything. You'd think that would be something that they would be concerned about, right?
You
Should we
would think.
could we maybe put it on like a note to or have CL ask, because I think CL can talk to Sil in her mind with the walkie-talkie thing. Maybe ask if like the rift stuff does anything to make us not look a certain way to like set off a something.
I mean, I
think
can do that. Sure.
I think Ciel is walking at the front, and I feel like Bella would be walking at the back.
Why is Bella at the back?
Because he's delegating you there, trying to get his way. See how it is,
Well, no,
Cornholio.
because
Yeah.
you
Trying to
you
put baby in the frickin' corner over here. Wow.
I
I thought we were all
mean,
just I didn't realize we were walking in a line. I thought we were all just like walking side by side like normal people. It'd be really suspicious to walk in.
yeah.
We're not the seven dwarfs. Like, it's good. Um,
Oh, yeah. I was gonna
Um,
say, and
sure.
even still, Xanth could pass it along to Sand.
okay, no problem. I will
yeah,
contact
if need be, if
Selwyn.
Bella's in the back, we can just pass it to Sal.
Telephone, telephone. I hope nobody.
I'll contact Selwyn and ask her if she knows if the rift makes us look like the people inside where we travel to somehow, or does it hide our regular appearance or our armor or weapons? Other people.
Depends on the rift, unfortunately. Some
No
leave
one.
you high
Well,
and
go ahead.
dry, but some of the others can seem to have some kind of illusionary effect. If you don't point something out, usually people won't look too hard at those coming from outside.
Interesting. So it's possible that they're not seeing us as what we actually are.
Correct.
Okay. I'll relay that to Bella. Yeah, they can't. We might be. There might be some sort of illusion over us, or they might not see everything unless they're actually looking for it, maybe, or we point it out to them. How it seems like it's going.
Right. I was just gonna eyeball Cornelius. Just be like, so let's just not point out anything that we have on us that is maybe different than what is here. Right? We just don't draw attention to it.
Seems like a fair precaution to make.
Oh, a note you see you hear in your head. Oh, something to be aware of, though. It's because they might not be able to see it, understand. Those that are a little more perceptive, even if they can't fully see what's going on, they're probably going to get bad vibes if you are heavily armored or the like.
I see. I'll relay that. Cornelius and Xanth, you have to take off your armor.
Strip in the streets, strip in the streets, strip in the streets.
And where in the seven hell, in the nine hells are we supposed to put it?
No, just kidding.
We have
She said
bags.
that she said that the perceptive people will notice if you're wearing armor. So
Not that they'll notice you're wearing armor, they'll get vibes.
yeah,
Make it less
they'll
likely
get
for
a
them to
bad
trust us.
feeling. Right. That might be the explanation of why the guards initially didn't trust you.
Okay. Well, Xanth's gonna look around. Do I see like an alleyway that we could dip into and be unnoticed for a little bit?
No, not here.
Also, I was just joking. You don't actually have to take off your armor. I'm sure we can deal with whatever. If there's,
I mean, we've
someone
made it this
noticed.
far.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
doubt that. It was just a joke.
Fair.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if we were to take off our armor, it would help us talk to people a little more convincingly. But if we get into a bit of a scrap, we will definitely be at a disadvantage.
Disadvantage against the people with knives.
I mean, we did just
Well,
like
we could always.
make it out of that place with the like nothing but white like schmucks on or robes on, right? Like that weird cult thing that probably wanted to kill us. I mean, we made it out of there, right? So I think that if you feel after we're done doing this that you'd have a better opportunity to have conversations with someone, and maybe next time you go out just to talk, you just leave that back at the tavern where we're staying, like the rooms, right? But until then, I think we should just kind of try and get through it, hope for the best.
Yeah, I'll take off my armor when we get back to the hotel.
Bien.
At least while we're in the city. If we plan on traveling outside the city, then we'll cross that bridge.
I still don't get how y'all can wear that stuff. It looks so uncomfortable.
Training.
Stops you from getting stabbed.
I mean, sometimes you just got to get stabbed a couple of times. You'll be fine. Just, it's all right.
Just work it off.
Well, it's good
And
training.
Cornelius
Build
got
quality.
stabbed so many times that he almost didn't make it, right? Goodness to Baron or whoever back up, but Baron and Xanth. But it was kind of a few times he got hit by that one person who was real quick.
Well, not all of us can survive solely on spite. So
Then you haven't lived, my friend, until you get to the point that you can survive on spite. You just aren't living right.
I never thought I would say this, but the Bella's got a point.
Bella does indeed have a point. He's
I'll stick with my armor.
I mean, you should. You specifically are quite squishy.
Cornelius is gonna raise an eyebrow at you and like, really?
It's about this time, CL, you can see just down the road, large gate in which Mr. Dorian Vale went through with the attendants that left the medical ward.
There it is. There's the house they went into. So I'm guessing we should have someone other than me do the talking.
Well, this is a house of nobles.
And you're not a noble here.
Yes, but I know that the decorum required to speak to nobles.
Yes, it's not a very hot decorum. Before we even think of that, though, if we're going to sell the story, we need to think of a story first. Thoughts?
Well, you're a doctor. You could say you could. Well, but you're not registered here.
My thoughts exactly. I could bluff it off, but if they see through the ruse, we're in a lot more trouble.
We
Couldn't
could
we
say
just
the
tell
girl
him
from
the
the
truth, right?
library sent us.
We could, but we've already established that the father does not hold her in high esteem. So that might be to our detriment.
Can we not just tell him that we saw the guy going absolutely apeshit and I had to carry him up to the medical ward, and then myself and CL had to get freaking quarantined because of whatever shit he had on him, and now we want to know if they know any more about whatever shit's going on.
That's more likely to get us shooed away with a quick thank you and a couple of coins in our hands. Noble families, they don't like
I mean, he
their
tried.
dirty laundry being aired.
Oh, right, but like he tried to talk to me, right, as he was leaving the place. He said that stuff before he left. And he looked right at all of us. Yeah, I mean, it's that, or we could maybe send a couple people up there to talk to him, see what happens, and maybe CL or somebody else who's kind of sneaky just can sneak in the place and see if they can find him. Or we can have the doctor go, maybe the doctor and the father, you or whoever's good at lying, go lie to him. That's not my thing. I'd rather just be honest.
I can try and speak with them and see what I can do.
Just make sure you take, like, if you do that, someone with you who doesn't have to go in like a special room for a bit when they go places. That's all right.
I still don't understand why I was sent there to begin with, but I understood.
And don't mention gods or religion of any kind. They don't seem to enjoy that.
Why would I talk about God?
Or religion in general.
Yeah, my. Oh right, yeah, you all have religions, have gods.
Yes, that's because it's one of the requirements.
Not technically, but then we're just getting into theology and semantics.
I think the father like follows the son or something like that, right?
I thought it was money.
You're
No, I think he
you're
makes
both
money
you're
from
both
the
technically
son.
correct. You're both technically correct, but I do not have time to go into theology yet. So, all
He
right, who wants
follows
to join
the
me?
son of money, coins.
Oh my god.
So is the plan just to go up and try and bullshit your way in for all of us, or are we kind of doing like a someone tries to sneak in? How do we? Can we? I think the doctor's right. We should probably have like a full plan um, before we execute it.
Well, we can
think-
attempt to. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Baron definitely should be part of the plan of going inside. Just as a doctor, as a concerned doctor.
We could do a two-pronged approach. Like, while we all distract the front door, CL goes in all sneaky, and since they're linked with most of the party, they can let us know what's going on.
While this conversation's going on, can I look around to see how, like, what the status of the guard situation is?
You see there are a pair of guards standing outside the gate. There are
Mm-hmm.
some moving down the street. Looks like they're wearing different colors, but as for what's going on inside, you have no.
Okay, so it's highly likely that if CL sneaks in, he's gonna run just straight into the faces of guards.
Very likely. You also have the issue if he gets caught and a call goes up, you're going to be in trouble real fast.
Yeah. Xanth is gonna pipe up. I'm going to be quite honest. I'm pretty sure we all should probably just go in together because we don't know what's on the other side of that gate, and if Ciel gets caught, we're screwed.
There's also the thing that's on Cornelius's leg.
And Cornelius is currently has a
Tracker.
tracker
sure.
on him.
Hear me out real quick. We could go for the truth and say we might know something of what's happened to him.
Well, we do know what's going on with them to a degree,
To a degree, yes. But
and everyone knows half truths are the best ways of persuasion.
they do make the best lies, and I get questioned less often than half lies or full lies or white lies.
Right.
Probably our
So
best
are we
bet.
back to where we started, where I said that we should just take the option of just telling the truth, and then I was told no? Is that where we're at now?
Yeah, I think you may have been right in the first place.
Yes, you're right.
Sometimes the bluntest instrument is the one to use, like a hammer with nails.
It's not. Yeah, sorry, I'm not about being right. I'm just kind of confused on what we're doing here. All right, I feel like we've been standing out in the street for a bit. I'm just gonna follow you guys and do whatever you do at this point, and we'll just go from there.
If it
I
makes you
trust
feel
you
any
all to
better,
do what needs to be done.
if it makes you feel any better, Bella, I didn't shoot down. I was trying to figure out the guard situation.
Right. I don't, yeah, I'm fine with what I just know that I'm not the person you want talking to people because I'm just going to go tell the whole truth and just say, let's move on. So whoever you think's the best to talk, I will just stand back there and try and not look too scary.
Well, I have a 5
I-
in persuasion.
I'll volunteer. I would suggest Father Dalton, but he looks a bit spaced out at the moment.
What's Father Dalton's persuasion skill?
Don't know if Father Dalton
Father
is muffled.
assaulted. Yeah, he's deafened, so I'm going to assume that something's going on with his grandpa.
But I do have a
Um,
10 in persuasion, so we should be fine.
yeah, okay, so Momite. So Varen, good doctor. Go be persuasive.
And
Hence.
I will help you with any of your persuasion rolls.
Are we going up as a group or?
Remember the vibe in which your armor gives.
Yeah. Varen, how
The best
about
outcome is
Yeah.
okay, above Varen, what are you wearing armor-wise?
Right now, Varen is not wearing armor because 1 point is not worth it right now.
Fair enough. Okay.
I
You
think
could be the
Father
doctor and
Dalton
we all.
and Baron are going to be probably your better people to go up there. I mean, Bella could go, she's in no armor either. She does have a shield though. I don't know how much that affects things, but above
Kyra,
table Bella's not gonna lie.
yeah, I got a bit idea because I do want some muscle if things go wrong. Kyra, can we borrow your healer packs and we could just have Bella carry them all and act like a porter?
That's fine.
Can
Dance
can you?
will start.
Yeah.
We'll pull out one of our healer's kits.
Wait. No, that doesn't matter. Are we going up as a group or are we going up?
You need to have someone who's got in contact with CL. That's definitely someone you need.
I'm just wondering if we should just go up as a group or if we're going up in a small group.
More of the problem is
Um,
that me and Cornelius are going to stick out more. So
I think the
Like,
3
big
people
old
with
sword
armor
bones.
just stay back, and then we'll just let the 3 people without armor go up and figure it out.
Okay.
And then I'll
Um,
just
and
establish
I
a new
don't.
link.
Oh, I was gonna say, and I don't know how far it is, but you know, the father can like speak in ahead sometimes too, right? I think it's just like a once or twice thing. I don't know if you talk back or how it works, but I think he can also like not the same with the walkie-talkies, but like he can, you know. And if it helps, I
Well,
can yell really loud if need be.
I
I mean, I feel
mean,
like if
I
something
can
that'd
goes wrong
be
and we
just
get
do a
into an
new. I can
argument,
do a
you're
new
gonna
link.
hear it.
It's
no.
okay.
That
I can do another link.
well, wait a minute. Before you do that, if you do another link, won't that kick off Selwyn?
We don't want
Yes,
to
it
lose
would.
Selwyn.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean,
Not.
I really think if we go up and we go in like a group of 3 and 3 stay behind, to like watch out front or whatever. I think if something goes bad, you will probably hear it. I know Xanth and Cornelius are kind of versed in the sounds of things going bad. I don't know about CL as much. I just kind of
Well,
right.
based on how she handled herself at that fort, I say she's quite adept at taking care of her own business.
Okay, that being said, having someone that's in sales link would be. How about this? All of you circle around me.
You're gonna get
Okay.
caught. They're gonna notice it. It's gonna be the most obvious thing
Yeah,
of all
this
time. I
this
need
is
you
Just
not
to
the
know
best.
that it is gonna be so obvious.
Why don't we like? There's no alleyway or to dip into or anything?
I've
No.
already asked,
Oh,
which is here's the thing: we're either gonna look suspicious just standing here like a bunch of nimwits.
Before we
Okay.
do what I think you're about to do, if we're about to all start just remove all our armor, where are we
No,
gonna keep it?
Right. Why don't we just all go up there
just one.
together and hope for the best at this point, right? It seems silly. We're standing out here. At this point, we look weird. We've been here for a bit. Why don't we just all go up? We all stand back. I can carry the things and we let the doctor do the talking. And we just agree Xanth has medical experience. Xanth can be help. And then if need be, if anybody's worried about it, the loudmouth over there and myself, we can be your version of the guards that they have around them because everybody here has guards around them. So that's what we can be. Gail could be one as well. The father could be a religious person who I pray to when I'm terrified. We can kind of just do that. 2 of you medical, other religious exploit, I don't know. And then the 3 of us can just be, everyone here has guards everywhere. They just don't carry the same stuff we're used to. We could just be your guards so you're safe. That's not weird. You don't look poor. They can assume that you're not poor, right? You know how to talk to nobles. Why not just go that route and not keep standing here looking weird?
While in most situations, I would completely agree with that assessment, but we've already established that one, the whole religious aspect you mentioned with Father Dalton won't work well because they don't like religion here. Or maybe they do have religion and they just hate gods. I'm not sure what's going on with that situation, but I know for a fact gods seem to be a taboo here. Two, I think
I,
it would bring up a lot of suspicion about doctors having guards because they would be like, why do you need guards? What could possibly reason does a doctor need guards? You know,
You not a noble? Are you telling me that there aren't fucking noble doctors out there who would have guards with them? Is that what you're trying to
oh,
tell me? At this point, we've been standing out here for like 15 minutes. I would be willing to bet if we looked around and paid attention, we are being stared at right now. I'm willing to bet money that we are being watched right now because we've been out here for so long talking. I think we just got to go do something or not because we're not winning any favors by standing out here looking weird like we're discussing case in a place and breaking in. Like, doesn't look good.
I'm gonna agree with Bella.
Do you want to look around?
curiosity. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I
I'll
think
look
at this
around and
point we
I'll
need to look
leave one.
around.
I mean, I've been
Especially after what you
looking
just
around
said.
this entire time.
Yeah, I think Xanth would know if something was going on, but yeah, I'll look around.
As you look around, y'all have noticed the guards are aware that you're there. They don't seem particularly bothered that
Now, see, that's another weird thing about this place. In a normal reality, if a bunch of people were just standing around in the noble quarter discussing shit in front of a manor, who definitely don't look like they don't belong there, that would raise some red flags. But they just don't notice. They don't care, or they probably care, but they just think it's fine.
I think that's the symptom of not having any violence or
Which is what I'm
you see
saying,
what
where
I'm
it
saying?
wouldn't make sense in this reality, in this pocket dimension, for doctors, even noble doctors, to have guards. Where you're like, why would they need guards? And then we'd have to be floundering to make an explanation for that.
Okay, then just 3 of us will stay back.
Another
And then
thing
the
y'all
other
have
3 go up.
noticed about the guards, for the most part, except when Bella was on the move, you haven't seen them really in more than group 2 or 3. You haven't seen a large group of them closely knit. You've seen them scattered about, but no large groups.
So basically, just they all just do like minimum patrols.
Yeah, it's definitely more minimum than what you're used to.
Yeah, this place is weird. It's weird. But that's the point Cornelius is trying to make. Like any other place, I'm sure Bella's idea would work just fine. But here, it would be a lot more suspicious. You know.
Okay, here's what I
I
say
will
we
go
do.
above table and I will say we have 3 trains of thought then, and we just have to pick one, shit or get off the pot, so to say. We either circle around Xanth and hope Xanth can get all of their heavy armor off so Xanth can stay in connection with CL, or CL makes a new link and we lose Sailwind and Junie, or we just all go up there together and hope that we can either A, bullshit our way through, or B, it doesn't work and we make another plan and try again later. I think are kind of our 3 options, and we just have to pick one. Are we wanting to split the party to try and go investigate this place, or are we just going to go up together, or how do we want to? Because there's only one way to not split the whole party, because if CL makes a new link, we lose 2 people instantly. So I feel like whichever one everybody wants to do, we just decide and we go with it.
Well, I'm
Um,
I'm I'm for a plan that does not split the party. I'll say that right now. I don't want to split the party. We just
okay, then let's just all walk up. Just 3 of us will hang back and let Varen do the talking.
I'd like to add, I feel like this whole time Bella is just holding these medical packs in her arms. It's like, what are we doing? So
Um,
Right then, how do we want to do it? Whatever we all decide, we go that route and we just stick to it. Xanth?
I'll follow what the group wants.
So Bella's so in this narrative, Bella is the porter, Varen is the medical of the doctor, Xanth is their medical assistant.
Don't put me anything in the medical field.
Okay, then
I'm too rough and tumbled. I do not look like a doctor.
I don't think they would notice your rough and tumble look. They would give a bad vibe. Or give a comment.
I've already been called out on it more than once just by people looking at me.
Here in this reality.
I
Hmm.
When I went and got that job at the inn, I
Right,
was told
right.
to meet up early because I look like I get more scruffles than I do looking like I'm going to a ball.
You got a job?
I
Right. How long are we staying here for?
It's a temporary job. I got it only because we were told we could be here for a couple of days, couple of weeks.
It would look less suspicious if someone here had a job here.
I
You also weren't aware of the whole our money working just fine here. I'm sure if I had
Our
my
money's
purse, I
all
could have paid a lot more.
Do you
I
have
hate
any
this place
ideas
already.
what role you would fit, Xanth?
What was that?
Do you have any role you think you would fit nicely?
Currently, as I am dressed, armed guard.
A,
If we want to go walk off somewhere so that I can get out of this, I can pretend to be a noble just as easily as Cornelius over here.
I will attest to that. She's very convincing as a noble.
we could
Do
do
you
that. It wouldn't
think
take
it's your
long.
armor? Do you think it's your armor that makes them think you look like you're rough and tumble?
Xanth's gonna hold up her hands, which are scarred to all holy hell.
Can I get a perception
And
check
Bella's
from the
kind of
party?
just
Just about to ask to make an insight on the guards to see if they've clocked us.
Oh no, you saw them look at you. You're fully aware they know you're there.
Oh, okay.
They're not staring at you. They don't seem to be at attention either. They're just chilling. But Varen, Ciel, and Xanth. As y'all are having this conversation, something catches your eye. You see slipping past one of out of the gate, very manner you're trying to get into, a maid. You see her look up and down the street before scurrying off. And she's moving at a quick.
I'm gonna say, Xanth, do you see that? Did you catch that?
Xanth is gonna mentally speak back and go, I did.
Should I follow?
I
Okay. I'm
Xanth
going
is
to try
going to
to.
Xanth is gonna whisper to the rest of the group that Ciel sees something, and he's gonna do something and just let it happen.
Just gonna kind of move in the direction and try to not lose sight of the maid. But not like make it obvious that I'm.
She's picked up the front of her dress and she's moving at a pretty good clip. You're gonna have to run if you want to keep up.
Really?
What the fuck?
Okay, if she's
Sorry,
running,
bud.
I'm just gonna
Because there's not,
Look at the
any
dog.
subtle walk behind her that's going to keep up. You're definitely faster than her, but it's not a subtle, I can slightly jog to keep up with this bitch. She has pulled up the front of her skirts to clear her legs, and she's moving quick. As she gets further, she was moving relatively. She was moving at a slow jog when she first left, but once she got
Now she's like
away from it,
booking
she
it.
took off.
Okay, I'll just take off. Yeah, I know. If there, if there's guards gonna run after us, they're gonna have to run after us. But I'm gonna definitely see where she's going.
Alrighty, you're trying to overtake her or just keep her in sight?
No, I just want to keep her in sight.
Righty, you see she takes a good bit before getting on one of the main roads that cuts through back towards the interior, towards the spire, and she is moving as quick as she can as she takes, again, moving around behind the manors.
Okay. I will relay to Xanth which direction I went and continue to follow as within line of sight. Does she slow down at all at any point?
Nope.
Okay.
She is going.
Do people notice her running? Like
People
by
don't seem to
them?
care.
Do they care that
You
I'm
see-
running after her?
Not particularly. You see, people have clocked it, but nobody's said anything.
It's an emergency, so we gotta run. I'll just keep following, see where she goes.
People aren't running. Can I get a... You see, it takes her a minute, but she gets around behind what you think might be the same manor she left, and she starts to look around for a second, not see something. Looks like she curses and starts running again.
So she just ran all the way around to the backside of that same house.
Hmm?
And then now, okay, I'll just keep following. Is it like an alleyway where there's not that many people?
Oh no, there's definitely not, because you're along the back sides. There's some businesses out here, but a lot of it's the backside of the nobles, and then right in front of that is the spires.
I see. Okay. Well, I'll just see where she's going.
Alrighty.
I'll let Xanth know. I just made a big circle to the backside of the house.
You also see there isn't a back door, as far as you can tell, to the house.
There is not. Okay. Okay. Just keep following her. See where I'm gonna look around as I'm running by. Like she took a minute to stop to look around, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna look around to see if I could see something that she might have been looking for. So,
You do. You don't actually roll me another percept. No, investigate. As you're looking around, you're right behind it. There's a lot of green, lush bushes and whatnot along the back wall. And as you're looking over it, the back of the house comes pretty close to this back wall, or at least there is a building there that comes right up to the back wall. You can see right where the edge of the roof comes up against the wall, brush there has been tamped down a little bit.
if someone jumped down,
Somebody has used it as a passage yet.
okay. Do I still have eyes on the girl?
Oh yeah, you can see her.
I'm gonna follow the girl or the maid, I guess.
What is the rest of the party doing as CL is hunting?
Okay, I'm gonna before they answer. I'm gonna relay. Xanth, I noticed something behind the house. Just FYI, it looks like something's been tampered with. Like the bushes look like they've been used as trampled upon or whatever. And she was looking in that direction, so I'm not sure what she's looking at. But I'm gonna keep following her. But if you guys want to look at that or send somebody to look at that,
I will whisper and let the others know. Do we want to go check that out?
Seems like due diligence to do so.
Right. Okay. So I'm thinking there's a lot of us doing a little. So what I might do, because I think the dog probably has to go to the bathroom, I might just pop on back to the tavern and take a nap. Unless you think that I'm needed. I'm not one for talking, and I'm not really one for looking in bushes.
But what if we need your physical might?
If it comes to that, we're going to be in a whole different situation. Fine, I will stay a bit longer, but I've got to sleep soon because I am very tired. It's been a busy day. Is the plan still to go talk to the guard? What is the plan then? Are we going some in the back to look at it, some up front?
I mean, if we have a back entrance, we can give that a shot. And you, Father Dalton, and I could try the front. I do want someone who could hold up in a fight if it comes to that in the worst case scenario.
Right, and if they go in the back, that will keep the guards from having the suspicious armor people around. Okay, if Xanth and Cornelius are fine with that, then all right.
I have no problems with this plan.
I, Varen,
Yeah.
what cantrips do you have at your disposal?
Sorry, yo, I didn't catch that.
What cantrips do you have?
Oh, Sacred Flame, Light, Produce Flame, Mind Sliver, Create Bonfire, and Prestidigitation.
Say that again, but slowly.
Sacred Flame, Light,
Mhm.
Produce Flame, Mind Sliver, Create Bonfire, and Prestidigitation.
Okay. Well, if you need help, just send one of those into the air. I'm sure you'll figure out how to make a flare with one of them.
I
I'm gonna
can
fire
do
it back.
that. Do you mind giving that talisman to Bella?
Above table, remind me what talisman?
The Warlock Talisman.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, Xanth can do that.
Since you're going to be well more than 60 feet away from me.
So, yep, I give that to Bella. All right. Xanth has a moment of realization. Fucking hell. Come on, Cornelius, let's go look in the bushes. It grabs Cornelius and starts walking.
Bella's gonna look down at Varen and Father Dalton and just be like, I think the two of them are just kind of destined to be together at this point. They seem to end up together a lot. Maybe we
yeah.
can start shipping them like Cornelius said that you're supposed to do with people.
It's like vampire bats and cows. One's sucking the blood from the other and just has to deal with it.
I'm assuming you mean the loud ones, the vampire bat.
Hey, is Cornelius well out of earshot at this point?
Yes.
Then
My
yes.
passive perception is very low. I don't know. It's very hard to get me to know this shit.
Kind of dense. And
That's why I
Xanth
have a
doesn't.
shadow.
Xanth was moving them along, so we're at least 60 feet away at this point.
Oh god,
So,
just wait until the fan art starts.
Xanth and Cornelius are going to
Bush.
look at the bush.
Yep.
Father Dalton,
I think
Bella, and Varen are approaching the guards.
Yeah.
And CL still hunting the maid, correct?
Yep.
I would say following. Yes.
We'll follow CL first. As CL, she is really starting to hoof it now. She is moving quickly, and you're now actually having to run to keep up. First, you could get a decent jog. You are now having to full on run after this through the city. It isn't long before you see she has arrived at a familiar place to you.
Medical ward.
Library. You see she has rushed inside.
I follow, of course. I try to close ground at this point.
Alrighty. What would you like to do as you enter?
Just look at which way she went and try to find where she went.
She has gone into the library itself.
Right. I'm gonna follow inside and then look to see if I can see which way she's running.
Oh, you can hear her running. She's on the stairs.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Enough to do? You're taking it one step at a time, rushing forward. You hit the stairs just as it sounds like she's getting into the next level as the sound changes. Rushing up, you can see you actually almost run into her as you get up, as she lets out a small gasp and apologizes, trying to get out of your way.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just following you. You seemed like you needed some help.
Oh, no, I'm okay. Um, it's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, because are you here to see Aiko?
Um, yeah, yes, yeah, but yes. To see the librarian.
Dorian?
Um, looking for Miss Aiko. If you'll excuse me, over. As she gives you, it looks like it's meant to be a smile, kind of looks a bit like a grimace before, scurrying away again.
Okay, I know where Aiko is, right? Like I know where she works.
It's
So
on the
she's
same floor
headed in
you left Aiko on. As for where Aiko is now, you don't know.
Okay, I'll just keep following her.
There's something you need?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see what the trouble was.
No trouble.
Um oh,
Not at
okay.
all.
Oh, okay, no
Just
worries.
here to speak with Miss Aiko.
Okay. Um I'll just go around the corner and hide, I guess. I'll just leave. I'll pretend like I'm leaving. And then
Okay,
I'll
so
go.
you heading back to the stairs because you're in a circular room with a bunch of desks.
Yeah, I'll head back towards outside of the room, towards the stairs.
Alrighty, and what will you do?
Uh, figure out a way to hide, I guess. Hide somewhere within earshot, ideally.
Um, what are you trying to be an earshot of her?
Her conversation with Aiko.
You don't know where
I guess
Aiko is, so hard to do.
right.
Also, she's in a big library. You'd have more chance hiding under a desk that she can't see, if that's what you're looking to. Because there's a lot of those.
I mean, I kind of wanted to do that, but I was worried that she had eyes on me and I couldn't hide while she was looking at me. So I just make sure.
Oh, she
I mean,
absolutely does.
yeah. So
With
that's
full
why I left
alien
the room.
isolation.
Um, I'll leave the room. I'll leave the room and just see if she's like following me or she's like moving in another direction, or if
Alrighty.
she just stays there.
You head back off, and it's hard to hear in the library itself exactly what's going on, but you don't hear any voices per se. But it's not long again before you hear the sound of footsteps heading back towards the stairwell.
Coming towards me.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just walk. I'll walk slowly down the stairs. See where she goes.
You see, it isn't long before she comes rushing back down the stairs. Oh, excuse me. As she
And back out.
slips past you, and she keeps moving back down the stairs.
So when she was in that room, I heard the footsteps stop for a while.
Yes, you couldn't hear it as well. It sounded like she was distant. You didn't hear him again until she got back onto the side of the room.
Okay. Does she look like she's carrying anything as she's leaving?
No, she doesn't have a bag and her hands are open. So unless it's in her bosom or she's doing a real good job at keeping it between her thighs as she's running, probably doesn't have anything.
Okay. Um.
Because it doesn't look like the dress has pockets.
Okay. I'll just follow.
Ready? Trying to be
Try
stealthy,
to
or are
keep
you
the
just
distance.
straight
Yep.
following
Yep.
her?
For sure, trying to be stuff.
Roll me a stealth check.
Should I roll?
And
That's okay.
You see, she's moving too quick, does not give a damn as she jets back out the library. She is on a mission.
She's headed back to where she came from.
No, she's not. As she very quickly leaves the inner circle that surrounds the spire and takes off into the city itself. She is moving at a relatively decent clip. As more people start to be around, she definitely slows her pace, but she is still moving relatively at a decent pace, but no longer sprinting like she was before.
What time of day is it? Is it light still outside? Or
It's evening, pushing closer to night. You'll still have maybe 2 hours before nightfall.
okay. I'll keep following.
See, it takes a while, but eventually you see some stress finally leave her shoulders. See, she seems to have noticed something and takes off down an alley.
She seemed to notice something. I'm sorry, I missed the last part.
In an alley, and she takes off into the alley.
Oh, okay. Follow.
It's as you come around the corner, you notice she is caught up. But that
Immediately want to
happens.
hide.
You're already stealth. As
Oh,
that
okay.
happens, we're going to check in with the others real quick.
Sure.
Xanth and Cornelius. Takes a little bit. You'll make it around to the back side of the manor.
well, we're here to investigate some noises in the bushes, aren't we?
No?
We're here to investigate some flattened bushes.
Oh, flatten. Isn't this the same bushes where they're? No, wait, no, it's not. No. So yeah, we're here to investigate some bushes.
Unless
Flatten
you're
the
going to
past
push
bushes.
Xanth in the bush. I don't think there's any noises in the bush. Especially since it's on top of a wall. So, how would you like to go around?
First things first, looking to see who's in the area.
You see there are some people moving around the inner courtyard around the spire, but as it's getting later in the day, there's starting to be less and less people.
Okay. Another question. Has the first moon come up? Okay. In that case, once it's clear, I'm gonna start looking in the bushes, but basically just think of don't be suspicious playing in the background.
Don't
Trying
be
not to look
suspicious.
suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
suspicious.
Effectively, what you've got is you've got the back side of a wall here, and on top of that, that's where the bushes are. So they're about 15 feet.
Oh, so not so they're more like decorative topiaries than
Yes.
actual bushes on the ground.
Okay, but they look like someone went over them?
You see as you'll move along near the back of one of the buildings, you can, since it was pointed out to y'all by CL, are able to see it looks like some of the bushes up there have been disturbed right near the back where the roof meets that back wall.
Mm. And okay, so to sort Cordelius's eye, and is there a window above where this flattened area is?
Oh,
No kind of
rooftop.
window. Okay. Oh, but on top of the is this just like a single story building, or is this like a multi-story building with maybe a window above where this rooftop is?
No, you're effectively, the rooftop comes, you can see the slant of the roof coming
Hmm.
over the wall, and that the edge of that roof comes right up against wall itself. You can't really tell much about the building, but you can see like the tiling.
Cornelius will ask Xanth, "Do you want me to give you a boost up so you can get a clearer look up there?" I don't know if you replied, you cut off.
I didn't. I'm thinking.
You know, there are less people, that doesn't mean there is no people.
Yeah, I'm. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I am checking a thing. My sheet's being dumb. 1 second.
You good, guy?
Yeah, my sheet just. Okay, I think I figured it out. Um, I don't know why I was being dumb, but Xanth is going to look around and go. There's still people around. If I was going to go up there, I'd need to be invisible, but the likelihood of someone hearing me cast the spell is not low.
Fair point. Hmm. So just for my just so I have a proper picture of this in my head, the roof, the curb of the roof ends at the wall where the bushes are, or the ends above above the wall where the bushes are.
You have the wall, bushes
Mhm.
on top, and you can see the slant of the roof peeking out from behind the bush. So it's like in a back corner. You can see a little bit of the slanted roofing, but not much. Looks like
So
there's
kind of.
probably enough for an attic space up there.
So like this is the wall. Here are the bushes with a flat area like right here, and I can kind of see a slanted roof like that.
I have no idea where you're drawing anything.
On the map.
Okay, here we go. What was what?
This is the wall. This squiggle here is the bush, and here is the flat area, and back here is where the slanted roof is. Is that what I'm seeing right now?
Kind of is not slanted towards the.
So it's more like this.
Effectively, you have the wall. There's another wall, so a 90-degree angle, and in that 90-degree angle, there is a building. The slope down is going the same direction as the wall exterior.
Can you draw it out just so I have a better mental picture? I think I have an idea here. I can't picture it for some reason.
It's just imagine that you're on the side of a house and then the slant is going parallel to you rather than towards you.
Make it so people can see what I'm drawing. I can't wait.
Hey, just lines is all I need.
Alrighty.
Oh, I am a
So
visual learner.
effectively, here is our wall. Y'all are down. Got some bushes right here.
Mm-hmm.
There is a corner right there. Building comes up about right here, slants down like this. The building is going to be
Okay, so the
behind the
slant
wall.
is down that way. Okay, and where's the flattened area? Like next to where that slanted roof is, or more further down down the wall?
Right about here.
So someone could have just like used that as a way to climb in and out,
If they can jump 15 feet, yeah, they went in. More likely it's their way
or
out.
that's what I'm saying. Like someone used the roof, walked along it, jumped down from the wall.
Yeah, they be a pain in the
Or
ass to get back up, though. Probably not the entrance.
Cornelius is gonna go up to where the flat bush area is and check along the ground to check for like the markings of like a ladder or something, like like divots in the ground.
Roll me investigation.
Okay. I'm gonna use a hero point for this. Watch it not even show anything, even like not 20.
You can see there's some scuff marks from boot travel, but nothing of the nature of
Oh, is this
anything
stone around
heavier.
here?
Yes, you're on a stone path.
So it looks as if someone hit the ground with their boots though, like someone
Could be, yeah.
Like like when you're skidding on the ground, or like when you hit the ground with a lot of force,
That,
leaves behind whatever your soul material is.
or somebody has a habit of leaning against this bit of a wall.
Well, Cornelius will stand up and turn that. This seems to be some sort of pretty high trafficked area. Probably a place where someone will sneak in and sneak out, or sneak in, depending on how well they are at doing that such a thing.
How far can you jump?
Hmm. A standing jump with my athletic shit.
Equal to your strength modifier.
Wait, do I have it? I thought I had athletic.
Athletics does not affect it.
Um,
Your high jump is 3 feet. No, I think it's 6 feet. I think it's. I jump.
I thought I had something that
High,
affects.
when you make a high jump, you can leap in the air a number of feet equal to
Plus
3
your-
plus your strength mod. A long jump
Equal to your strength score. If you have 10 feet of.
movement.
Same for both. Otherwise, it's halved, I think. Yeah, if you get a run up, go 6. If you're just doing a standing high jump, you can go 3.
About 6. That's without modifiers.
That is your modifier.
Okay, so I can, if I have the room, I can go about 6 feet.
You're probably about 6 feet, so you'd probably be 3-4 feet short.
They if someone wanted to, they could probably just use some sort of grapple, or maybe a ladder of some kind.
Actually, you can extend your arm higher than you. You'd probably be able to jump and reach.
I might be able to reach if you want me to give it a try.
Move table, what's your strength score?
17.
Okay, so if you can move 10 feet, then you can move 17. Okay. Which means as long as you have 10 feet to run, you could make the jump.
Yeah.
Problem is that you are not quiet and not invisible. Might be something that we have to come handle after dark.
Fair point. But at least now we know that there is a way into the matter from here.
At least for some people. Most of our group is not going to be able to jump that. Hell, technically I'd struggle above
Well,
table. I am technically I'd be a foot short.
worst case scenario, we bring some rope. As long as at least one person can get up there and tie something off, we're good.
Fair and worst case scenario, or wait a minute. I'm a dumbass. Well, I can only do one or the other. I can't concentrate on 2 spells at once. But I can make somebody fly.
I figured that would be a very, very last case scenario.
Bella could make.
Exactly.
That's not flying. That is falling with style.
Or I
Flying
could
until
stand
you
at
hit the ground.
I could stand at the base of the wall with my shield and just shield launch you guys up there,
Anyway,
full on Spartan style.
what would y'all like to do?
It doesn't seem like there's anyone else like suspicious around here, does it?
Other
Like,
than the two of you, no, nobody really looks suspicious.
Okay, I'm voting that you and I go get out of our armor and then try and meet back up with the others.
I don't really enjoy being out of my armor, but very well.
I'm sure you'll live. Also,
I
you and
came
I
close
both
last
know
time.
that is a. Also, you and I both know very well that that is a bold-faced lie. Come on.
Fair enough. I guess we're heading back to the tavern to de-armor.
All the way back to the tavern?
Where else are we gonna do it?
About an hour away.
I mean, I'm hoping that we can find somewhere between here and there. There has to be somewhere where we could like a bathhouse.
Or a tailor with fitting rooms or something.
You probably find an alley quicker because y'all are a ways away from the merchant district.
An alley fucking work.
Once y'all get away from the nobles' quarters, yeah, you can definitely find
Yeah, it's just we're.
in the nobles' quarters.
Come on, Cornelius. We're gonna go fucking hide in the alleyway for 10 minutes.
Well, I wish that was the only time I've ever heard that being said.
Gonna fucking slap you upside the head.
Uh-huh. While they're heading off to go hunt down their alley of debauchery, let's go to the other team. Baron, Bella, not Cornelius, Colton.
Dalton.
I was going to call him Father Cornwood, and I'm like, that's not right.
That would be horrifying. Father!
I've died, and I'm here to suck your blood.
Ugh.
So, other team, what y'all doing?
Well, I think Van is leading the charge for this. Les Blue, you have any comments?
Nothing really. Just tell me who I need to talk to.
Honestly, I hope you don't need to talk. Because don't know. You're here as moral support and backup, basically. If you can think of a good idea, use it. But yeah, so I think the three of us walk up to the gate. I'm here to see the Lord or Master Vale.
On what business is that on?
Pertaining to a certain medical matter happened frequently. Not frequently. Recently. Thank you.
Fortunately, Lord Vale is not currently taking guests.
Well, if I could talk to the major domo or head butler, I could get the message across that we might know what the affliction is.
Roll me a Hirsch. Yeah, persuade.
Don't you, Ben?
Fine. Kevin, go get Lacey. It's always me that go get Lacey. As he waves it off as he heads back in, and the first guard takes a more solid position in front of the what would the three of you like?
This is all your plan. So just tell me who you need me to talk to.
Did you say
I
that out loud?
In
No, I
front
said
of the-
telepathically to them. I've got telepathic as one of my feats.
Okay. I was gonna say. The guard's still
I'm not that-
standing in front of you.
What do you mean? You said he walked off.
Yeah, there's two
One
of
of them
them.
did. The older sent the
Okay.
younger off.
1 sec. Okay, something's wrong with my Discord. I only heard you say 1 guard.
Yeah, no, there's 2 of them.
So, any good taverns in the area, or
Same ones as always.
I guess.
Bella doing anything in the background?
Ella was told to hold the medical equipment and stand there, so that's exactly what she's doing.
Doing just fine, I handed it.
Stand there and look pretty.
He looks up at Bella, just shakes his head. Get taller every time.
What do you mean?
Women, they're getting taller. I think they're putting some.
I'd be more worried about them putting things in the water, honestly.
No, it's not the water. We've had it checked. I think they might just be eating more. Which, to each their own. Some people like big bitches, but
Oh,
my friend
shit.
looks like they can throw me in a castle. Throw me over.
Thank you, Aiko. I'm not going to say no to a good helper, though.
What'd you say?
I'm not going to say no to a good helper, no matter the size.
Ah, I'm not judging. She looks perfect suit for it. Carrier?
That and other things. Sometimes patients get rowdy.
Yeah, she's the build for it. My sister ended up like her, too. Great at arm wrestling. Can't beat her anymore. And the squirrels threw things. Not sure why the squirrels got involved, but I stopped asking questions with her. It's at that point you hear the click of heels walking towards you.
And I'll straighten it slightly and put on a bit of airs.
Dalton dusts off his robes and looks presentable.
As you
Bella
see.
does nothing.
Bella?
I just said Bella does nothing. She's just nothing at all. Doesn't even care.
Stoicism. I carry the bags, but I do not make faces. I have Stonewall face. Nothing bothers me,
Yep.
for I carry all of your bullshit.
Exactly. You get it.
But you see a blonde elven woman walk up. Yes?
I would like to request to see either the Lord or the young master on a concern of medical importance. I have a very strong reason to know what is wrong.
Unfortunately, the Lord is in. Can I see your paperwork?
Do I have?
Bella's gonna lean down to Varen, um, just kind of to where they can hear it, but not super loud, and be like, "You probably got it over at the medical when you were doing the exam. Is it in your bag?"
It might be. I'm just checking a spell real quick.
Do note,
Seeing as it's
guard's
actually
still
subtle.
standing there.
I know. I'm reading a spell to see if this is actually subtle or not. I don't think it is. No.
Casting spells without subtle spell is never subtle.
Yeah.
If it was just them and you could hit them with the effect, that might work. You've also got the guard standing there,
Yeah,
probably.
Mhm.
And if he doesn't, they've got shit guards.
They do. I don't have my papers on me. I don't usually go around carrying them just in case they get damaged.
And unfortunately, turn with your. We can't allow any stranger off the street.
Okay. That is a valid point. I will return and hope to get in to see the young master.
Move swiftly if you can.
And one more thing. It might be easier if I see the Lord. Where could I find him?
He is indisposed of them.
Can I insight on that?
Yeah, you can.
I'll take that.
She seems to be pretty straightforward.
Fuck.
She's definitely not going. He's actually in there hiding. As far as she's concerned, he's doing something. She doesn't seem to have a clue as to who you are, which is why she's being suspicious. She's not being, you're trying to murder the ward. She seems to be following some kind of person.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Welcome to
Well,
nobility. They're assholes.
yes,
And
they
they like their
are.
paperwork.
A villain is ever. Don't I? Okay.
Actually, kind of shocked. I figured the nobility would hate paperwork.
That's all they
No,
ever
they do
fucking
not.
do.
I mean, I figured they would just say, like, that's plebeian work. Why do we have to do this?
Oh, it is.
Plebeians
That's why
don't
they have
know how to
accountants
write.
and lawyers.
Anyway,
That's what I have. But yeah. They'll take our leave and hopefully be back.
please be swift.
Okay.
She is going to turn on her heels and go back inside.
Ella is going to look at Varen and just no shame out loud say, I don't know why we need to be swift. The Lord went fucking crazy inside the place. It seems like the biggest waste of time to even deal with this. I mean, I don't know what the hurry is. He's not going any crazy at this point.
No. But you know how I am. I like alacrity. But yes, let us go.
I
I don't
telepathically
deal with
say to you both.
nobles.
Go ahead.
Oh, that was all.
I telepathically
didn't
say to
touch
you
it.
both.
No.
Well, that was a giant waste of time.
And we can't even respond to that, I don't think.
Liz just going to nod her head up and down, yes. And when they're far enough walked away from the thing, just gonna be like, this whole day has been a waste of time.
Yeah, and you
Absolutely
don't-
nothing has gotten done besides us chasing our own assholes, trying to clean them with our tongues, and we can't reach them. It's the biggest waste we've experienced.
Well,
Saying.
that's the mention.
That is the most in-depth image I've ever heard for a goose chase.
Crude wording aside,
I-
they aren't incorrect.
No. That was a waste of time, and I don't think anyone in the party is good at forging papers. Unless you are Father Dalton.
Not really. I usually can get out of my way as the good conversation, or I usually pay a forger in the city I go to, but sadly, I don't think we're gonna find one here.
No, not with how tight this is, and getting into that kind of underground is. I doubt we have the time for it. It takes a long time to get there.
Do you think it would have worked like money? You could have just handed something over and they would have thought it was papers.
Maybe, but risking it would be stupid and get us in trouble. Posing as a doctor is not a good idea.
I mean, they let you walk all the way in the medical tent while it was in lockdown and just believed you were a doctor and had you come check on me and talk to other doctors in there.
I
I
was
feel
sent
like
for.
they don't check things.
Yes, no, a private practitioner is different and doesn't get logged as often. Those of for nobility are highly watched usually. And you also did request me. So
Right.
sadly, I don't think we could have bluffed our way into that.
I mean, we
Not
could have
without
just
due
punched them
process.
both and gone inside.
I don't know how many gods we would have drawn attraction to. That's the issue.
I mean, I feel like we're in this place taken a very long time to do a very little when the whole reason we came here was to try and get the people back who are being violently tortured. And instead, we're walking around trying to talk to every single person we meet and nobles and do a bunch of bullshit, which doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why we can't just find the freaking cultist lair, go in, beat the shit out of them, kill all of them, get the people out, go away. Just doesn't make sense. Seems like a bunch of hoops we're jumping through for absolutely no reason.
Yes, no, it's just we don't even know where to start to look. And we have inklings of possibilities, but nothing concrete.
Maybe when we get back with CL, we asked CL to ask Sailwind because they said they should know something, and it's been like a whole entire day, pretty much, that we've been out doing things. I mean, the day's almost done at this point, so you would think that by now they would know something because they're super experienced in this, right? And they said that we didn't even need to go with them; that they could just pop in and back out in like what 4 days most. They should be back, so they should already have a good lead if they thought the two of them were going to just hop in here, go take out the whole entire thing, and then get back in a short amount of time. So can't take them that long to figure things out, right?
No, it shouldn't.
You note
Until
it's
like
only
a
been about
regular.
half a day in here.
Still, that gives him almost 4 days' work. And you're right, I am getting tired as well.
Yeah, it
Might be
just
best
seems.
to rest for the day and gather our thoughts and think of a better plan going forwards, even if that is a bull rush towards some goal. And maybe damn the consequences.
Yeah, I just feel like if we don't have them, we won't get anywhere. And I get that we could spend time in here and try and solve all of the people's problems and like fix whatever craziness is happening here. But at the same time, it's not really our problem. We didn't come here for that. And we still have to get the people and then get back out so we can then get to where we were in the first place, just to see if we can then figure out how to even get back where we all came from. It's like, this just seems like a back burner, and they all seem pretty happy with the way they live. They don't do anything, right? They just go to work and sell their scurvy oranges and don't fight or do anything like that. So I don't know. I feel like if we mess with things too much and we break it all, then what happens if they have to go back and deal with the shit world as it is, with war and fighting and all that stuff? All their weapons in the weapon room were old and rusted and worn down. So I don't think this place is that bad. I mean, maybe their memories are wiped and they don't know what's going on, but maybe it was the cultists that did it. And if we get rid of all them, they'll go back to wherever they were before. Who knows?
Possibly. And we won't be staying here long by the sound of how the rift things work. So I'm not too invested in these people, and I don't think my care would actually be helpful here. So
That's fair.
I'll agree with you that not to be shallow about it, but these people are not worth our time that much. This is just a lead.
Right. Oh, Glad that we're on the same page there. Quick question, Father Dalton, you can yell in people's heads. Are you able to try and yell at like Xantha, Cornelius, or CL? I don't know how far away they are. I don't know how far you can do that. I don't know if it's like the magical walkie-talkies that CL has. I don't know how it works.
Unfortunately, it's not quite that simple. I can only speak to someone who's within about 6 feet of me. It doesn't work long range. I need to be a bit more powerful for that kind of capability.
That's all right. I mean, I don't really know. I think they went back around the backside of the place, right? So if they were around the backside, I don't know how far away that is. I guess we could go try and look down that alleyway or whatever's back there and see if we see anyone. I don't know how else to tell them what's going on.
Well, I could try and listen to the thoughts, but I really don't want to try that spell in the city. Ever since I talked to my child who's able to hear me, I haven't exactly trusted my sound abilities here.
Right. Well, I mean, she seemed like a nice enough girl. She liked the dog. She just thought you were a con man. That's, I mean, pretty accurate though. So there's
The,
nothing
ter-
wrong with
the,
that, right?
the term is priest.
No, no. It's okay to be what you are. I think we've talked about this. There's nothing wrong with what you are and what you do. I don't, if people want to join whatever pseudo religion is out there and waste all their money on it, then that's their fault for getting taken advantage of. And if you want to be the horrible person who takes advantage of them, you can face whatever reckoning we all face when we die, right? And that's for you to deal with, not for me. So you got to do what makes you happy. Just don't be ashamed of it, right? It's okay to wear your colors.
I honestly kind of like you. I didn't like you at first, but after hearing you speak and hearing how you are as a person, I kind of like you.
Right. Like I keep telling everyone, I'm a pretty likable person. I think that I'm pretty easy to get along with. I just don't have time for a lot of oh, what's it called?
Bullshit?
Shadows and stuff like that. Yep, there you go. Bullshit, like the doctor said.
No, nothing wrong with being straight to the point and get things done faster sometimes. I really wish my patients would listen to that sometimes. It'd solve a whole hell of a lot of trouble.
And people are stupid.
And to be honest with you, I've been treated by a few doctors. Like most of the time when you all show up, nobody's feeling very good and you're kind of not in the best place, right? And a lot of things doctors do don't feel very good. Like I know you all help make people better, but some of the magic stuff, it doesn't feel good when it's being done. So I think maybe that's why people avoid it. Maybe.
Uh, yeah, the feeling of a bone snapping back is a bit sickening at times. Or those with a
Yeah.
sudden feedback due to a dilution in your magic.
It's fair. Yeah, no, it hurts having things reset, and it also hurts when you've been like stabbed a bunch or shot a bunch, and then like people pull arrows out and then just like use their hand and like knit all your organs and skin back together, and they say, "Oh, you'll be fine." Like that wasn't great. I'm pretty sure I saw the afterlife, and then you touched me, and I came back, and that was not a good feeling. Any of the process, and so that just might be why they're scared of you, but that's okay. You still do good things, and you keep helping people, and I think that's nice.
Thank you.
Right. Um, I'm assuming, by the way, above table as we're talking, we're like walking towards the back side of things, right, to try and find Xanth and Cornelius. The
Is that
assumption.
where y'all went? I thought y'all were just out of the
Well,
way.
yeah, no,
We
we
were
were.
going
That's why I
to
said
check on
the
those two.
alleyway. Yeah, since
See
Dalton
if
doesn't know if he can reach them, he doesn't know how far away they are. We're trying to find them.
It does take a little while to get around, but as y'all are talking, you'll get around. You'll immediately see a problem.
oh,
Either Cornelius or Xanth are behind the building.
Oh, great! Everything is fish. Oh, great! Everything's gone pear shaped now. Oh, bloody course.
Right. I mean, I hate to say it, but you notice that people just kind of like fucking wander off, right? And I'm not saying that like I've been in a lot of fights or in like wars or anything, but typically when you all go and wander off, you kind of lose your ability to work together and keep yourself safe. And I just doesn't make sense to me. Like everyone just kind of goes places, and I don't know how to keep people together or how to keep anybody safe if everybody just goes off and does whatever. Um,
At least we don't have to worry about those two getting killed, I don't think. Or
I
Knowing
mean,
knowing Corn Man, I give it 2 hours if we haven't heard explosion.
No, not to south there. But I suggest we go somewhere where we can be found if they've vanished.
I mean,
Devin,
didn't the loud one almost die like the last time we got in a fight, right? Like he almost died. I mean, I worry about him dying. Like he did not do very well in that. I know that he has his stuff on now, so maybe that will help. And like as long as he's not an idiot and doesn't take his armor off, which is what's evidently keeping him alive since he almost died without it very quickly. Um, hopefully he's not doing that and then everything will be fine. But do you just want to go sit in front of the fucking house in the street and just hope they appear? Or do we like go ask the guard, hey, can we give you a note to tell our friends who are eventually gonna show up because they were supposed to meet us here that we went back here? Like how do we do this?
I don't know what the best course of action is. I don't do this espionage stuff. It's
Yeah.
Dalton, if
Leave.
you would
Okay.
kindly just pull off some sort of niceties with the guard and get the note left, that might be for best. And we go to the tavern and wait for them.
Um, are we that far away from the library right now? Because the gal who worked at the library made a bird that flew on my shoulder. Do you think she could like make a bird that flies and finds them and says, hey, come back here with the bird thing? Like, do you think that would go far enough to someone?
Maybe, but that may have been a property of the library or it's weak magic, but we can check. I think. Is the library on our way to the tavern?
No.
JC?
It's on the other side of the
You
spire.
said, okay, but you said that CL made it over there not that long with chasing the woman, right? They went there.
By this point in time, I don't even think CL's made it to the library yet. He
Then
might
if
be
it's not
just
close
getting
by,
in the
Bella
area.
will just.
About a 10-minute walk.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
If it's not that close by, Bella would just be like, you know what? I think you're right, Doctor. I think at this point, everyone, if we're not there, either they're going to figure out that we're all just going to go back to the tavern and that's where we're going to meet, or everyone's going to die. And then we just go on from there.
Yes, I
And if
think.
everybody dies in this town, then that's on us because, I mean, look at what they're carrying. Like, that's kind of our bad at that point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the tavern does sound tempting, and a bit of dog therapy sounds really tempting now.
I want to go just lay my head on her soft little belly and just listen to her snore while she sleeps. That's all I want to do.
Yes.
And I'm also kind of hungry. I did get that money from the library. We could get something to eat, right? I'm assuming the two of you probably need food. We could grab some food. I think Cornelius said that it works. I got the money from the lady there. We could get a bite to eat. We could take a nap.
Honestly, a glass of whiskey sounds really fucking nice if we can get that.
It was
I
like a
could go for
whole.
some. Good.
Yes. No, go ahead.
I can also go for something warm right now.
Yeah, I was thinking I could get like a whole barrel, like a keg of beer to drink would be real nice. Like
There you
that,
go.
the dark stuff. It's nice and strong, just like a keg of it would be good.
I do suggest sipping ours and not getting drunk. We still don't know what the hell might happen here. For all we know, that thing will cause monsters to jump out of the walls at us sooner or later.
I feel like it takes me just a bit more to get intoxicated than you, Doctor. No offense, but you're a bit
No,
tinier
no.
compared to me.
Granted, it's just a keg is a lot of alcohol.
I didn't have
What?
to drink it all at one point. It was more the saying that I feel like I could drink one, but no, I definitely could go for some beer and like some soup, or bread, or
If
candy.
So it sounds
Yeah.
like the party's heading back to the tavern. That half as it is.
mysterious.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
well,
but
it's
that's
gonna take
where
you
I want to
about
go.
an hour to find y'all's way back, but y'all are gonna be in trouble. Because you'll have to get from the innards of the city all the way back out to where y'all were. Elsewhere, Sand, he's still with us. CL.
Yep.
We're going to jump back to you as you come around the corner in the alley. You're still trying to be a little sneaky, and you can hear hushed voices. You can't really hear what's being said, but the woman. Do you have dark vision? I don't.
I
You.
do.
Alrighty. You can see she is having a conversation in hushed tones with the very same man you've been following all goddamn day. As she has him by the arm and he looks a little out of it.
So he basically, I'm gonna. Can I? Can I hear what they're saying if I really pay attention? Or
No, it's relatively quiet and she's probably about 50 feet.
she walking him back towards the house? I guess.
She's not walking yet. She has him by the arm but hasn't left yet. She's real
Yeah.
close to him though.
I'm gonna pop back up around the corner and I'm gonna let Xanth know and Cornelius that yeah, I've got eyes on Dorian. She was apparently Dorian escaped and she just found him. And she ran to the library looking for him and then found him in the alley just now. I guess he goes to the same places. Maybe he does this often. In any event, I just wanted you to know where I am. I'm assuming she's taking him back to the house.
Hang on. Xanth, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Continue on, CL. I didn't know if they still had their heads.
That's it.
Okay.
Reporting in.
Xanth will ask, uh, are they heading towards the front or the back?
Oh, they're still way far away from their house. She just caught up to him uh, in an alley near the library. So, I think it's a long walk from here to their house. But they're just now talking in the alley.
Keep an eye on them. I'll grab the others. We'll come meet you.
Okay. It's likely that they're headed back towards their house. If that's the case, I would say we would just meet there. But let's just. I'm gonna follow and see how it plays out.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Right. And then I'll just peek around the corner.
You can see she is tugging at this man, but while he's not fighting hard, he does seem inclined to stay where he is. About a minute or two longer before she is able to rip him away, and she is leading him back down the alley the way she.
Is it away from me or towards me?
Right at you.
All right. I'm just gonna. I guess I'm gonna try to look for a place to just hide and let her go by.
Gotcha. It's easy enough. There's still people out here, and she's looking around, but she doesn't notice you. Um, And they are heading back in the direction of the spire.
Okay, I'm gonna go to where he was and look around and see what's going on there.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta pull up my sheet. Give me 1 second.
It just seems to be an empty alley. You've got some crates, barrels, just the general. There's not a lot of dirt out here, as the city seems relatively clean. But the other thing you do notice is at the ground where Dorian was standing, there's a manhole.
Man, I'll cover. Um, does it look like it's been opened recently? Can I tell?
With as clean as everything is around, and you
All right.
it doesn't look rusted over, so presumably it's taken up and cleaned. But other than that, you would.
Okay. I'll just I'll make note of it, and I will head back towards and try to get eyes back on the maid and Dorian.
Xanth and Cornholio, y'all are able to get. By the time you heard from CL, you were already mostly out of your armor. That's how long it took CL to get to where he was. So y'all are already heading back. By the time y'all get back, there's no sign of the rest of your party. You don't know if they're inside. You don't know if they've gone somewhere. You got no idea where they.
Looking around, there's people nearby, right?
Yeah.
Well, damn. You think they managed to get? You think they managed to get where they needed to go? I'm asking that to
Okay.
Xanth.
Fuck if I know. Um, I don't want a guard. Closest person that doesn't look like a guard.
At this point, the only ones out there are guards.
Fuck. Okay, then closest person.
There's a patrolling guard.
Let me go up to them. Excuse me. Quick question.
Hello, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Looking for a couple of friends of mine, and gives a base description. Bella, tall, beefy woman, doc, and a priest. um,
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Well, now I think I saw somebody like that earlier today. Shouldn't have been long ago now. Maybe half an hour ago, give or take a little bit.
do you know what direction they went?
I think they left.
Fair enough. Thank you. Come
You're
on,
very welcome.
Cornelius. They said this kind man has said that they've wandered off.
Typical. All right, let's. Perhaps they went back to the tavern. That's where I would go, and if I needed to wait for someone.
I mean, speaking of that's our only meetup place, you're probably not incorrect.
Y'all are going to be making y'all's way back.
Uh, Speaking that we told CL that we were going towards him. Gonna grab him first.
So where are you going to get him? You don't know where he is.
He told us where he was.
In a city, he doesn't quite know where he is either. He said he was in an alley. Thinks they're coming back to the main.
Right.
I'm going to message CL and go, where exactly are you? Where are they coming back from the manor from?
From near the library area, but listen, I think they're just going back to the house. I don't think unless we plan on going inside their house tonight. I don't think that's the best course of action because I saw Dorian looking over um, a manhole, which I think something's in that manhole that we need to investigate. I think
Um,
go ahead.
does your power like allow you to talk to everyone at once? Like, are you telling this to everyone, or just is it
It's
one
No,
on one?
focused.
Oh,
it's one on one. Um,
As you are
I think
saying that in your mind, however, Scale, you notice something.
so.
Dorian and the maid are just a little ways up ahead, but you see Dorian stop. He looks up at the spires. You can
I'm gonna look.
see the red lightning starting to streak over the sky. And then Dorian does something odd. He looks away from it, looks down, and but
Um,
it's not long after that the maid is able to get him moving again with a couple times.
had I seen any red streaks at all ever since we've been here?
Not many. You think you've seen maybe one.
Um, when he looked at the ground, did it look like he was looking at anything?
Hard to tell. It looked like he was just looking at the pavement underneath the. He was facing towards the spire, but he was looking at the pavement.
Okay, when I get to where he was, I'm gonna look at where he was looking at.
Looks
Do
like
I see?
stone.
Okay, okay, okay. So I'll just say sorry, Xanth. He had a reaction to one of the red streaks in the sky. Dorian, I feel like is the key. We need to keep eyes on him. There's something going on with him and the rift. Um, but also there's that manhole, and also we need to rest.
Rest is probably a good idea.
I'll head over
eh.
to I'll head over to the tavern. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Any chance anyone's gonna mention to Cornelius about this manhole or him looking down or anything like that? Anything at all?
Nope.
God damn
No,
it! God damn it!
But
Uh,
no.
it takes. Are you gonna follow
I'll,
on the way back? Or are you cutting off
I'll say,
towards the tavern?
Dan, let Cornelius know what we just talked about. Thank you.
Thank,
I've
thank you,
got you.
Smith. You're a legend.
Whether or not she does it, is not a question. But
In the middle of the street? Not a fucking chance.
uh-huh. CL, are you letting them continue on their way and breaking off here to head for the tavern?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find my way from here because at this, I do want to keep eyes on him, but I think it's important to get some rest.
Alrighty. It takes the party probably about an hour and a half to all. Y'all still haven't seen Sailwin and me. They have not yet. However, the moment y'all, Bella's team comes up as y'all are getting close to the tavern, you can see it up ahead. You see something in the one of the windows that catches your eye. It looks like some kind of movement.
I
Is
get
it
a
is it the
perception
dog?
to see if I can get a better view.
It's the dog, Bella. Its face is smushed up against the wall. You can see the tongue. They're looking directly at you from the window.
They've
Yeah.
been waiting for you, Bella.
The moment you make eye contact,
Bella's
you hear crashing from down the street because you're still a ways off as the dog jumps off the side of the window deeper into it. And you have the distinct feeling there's a dog running toward the side.
nice. Uh, she'll be happy to see the dog. She'll probably just, yeah, comment that to the others. Right. Looks like she probably had to go to the bathroom, and I think she missed us. Was ready to spend some time with us again. She's probably hungry.
Probably. The dog deserves care as well as the rest of us.
Right.
Actually, I should check on that, see if any of those scars are healing badly.
Bella just looks grumpy. And as you brought up the scars, just looks not happy.
Y'all are going straight up to the room? Are you going into the bar? Where are you
Bella's
going?
trying to find the dog.
You don't
Bella's
see the
looking for the
dog.
dog.
You get in, no sign of the dog. You go upstairs, no
Uh,
sign of the dog.
Wouldn't
You
have gone upstairs, would have stopped and asked the barkeep lady about the dog.
have not seen any dog. It's when you get close to your room that you hear thud, 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 thud of a tail
Oh, okay.
right on the other
Open
side of
the
your
doors.
door.
Yeah, open
As
the
you
door so a dog can come.
open the door, there is a thud. You moved it like an inch. You get the distinct feeling the dog is standing right behind the door.
Um, can we ask the dog to let us in?
You see the snoot, they look at you. They attempt to lick you through the
No,
little bit you have the door open. And with their pressing, they manage to get the door open and jump up and lick your face.
that's fair. Probably just be like, right, do you need to go out and go to the bathroom? And then maybe we get something to eat.
They look ready to go.
And she'd let the others know. I think she'd probably ask Varen and Father Dalton if they want to order and that just hand over money to Varen and them. She doesn't know if they have money on them or not. I don't think they do because we only have like what we've sold here and what Xanth had, if I remember correctly. So um, I think it was, I wrote down 60 was what they gave, whatever it was in the currency.
Yeah, 30 gold each, correctly?
Yeah, so she's just going to give 30 of it
Sorry.
to Varen and be like, right. Yeah, just be like, right, do you want to order everything? And I'll just half what we got for the scimitars, and I'll take her out to go to the bathroom and then be back and assume that, I mean, I'm gonna guess the others will be here eventually. I don't think I thought they would have beat us, that maybe they came back first, but I haven't seen them. So
Yeah, I can catch a table for hopefully the whole party. Do you want an actual keg of ale? Or a
I
stout,
don't
you
think they
said?
would. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna sell a whole keg of it, but I was just a beer would be nice, a big one, yes, a stout one, and I'll go with a glass of whiskey and then something to eat and or something for the dog. Who knows? Xanth might be working here any tonight. I don't know when they start. But maybe they'll be our server and kind of make her way towards the door with the dog.
Dog's just like, hell yeah, I got a friend. We're going out. We're going on a walk. Walk, walk. They got a little bounce as they're going.
Oh yeah, and we do. Bella will let her stretch her legs and go to the bathroom and make sure anything's picked up that needs to be picked up because that's what you do with dogs in cities.
Good job.
Stuff like that.
As you are doing that, you're finishing that business out of there, you can see CL walking down the road.
Uh, Bella will just kind of raise a hand and wave at him. Not really wave, but you know what I mean? Like the little straight, like hand up kind of acknowledgement wave.
I wave back and walk towards you. Hey Bella, what's going on?
Oh, well, right. We didn't have any luck getting into the place, so we came back here. Assumed everyone would kind of end up here if they hadn't already come this way. And Baron and Father Dalton are ordering some food and beverages. We were thinking we'd eat and then try and sleep because we're all pretty tired. And the dog needed to get out and stretch her legs. She's right there. I don't know if the dog's attacked CL for attention yet or not, but
No, they're standing next
just
to
in
you
case
doing
not.
little pitter patters.
I pet the dog for sure.
Well,
They immediately jump up and
yeah,
start licking your face.
Mhm.
Good girl. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I got some information to share, but I don't think this is the right spot to share it. So, um, maybe
If you find maybe after we all eat and stuff, we can just grab one of the rooms and talk. Mocephalus could maybe watch the door again. Oh, we should probably see about getting that horse something to eat. I don't know. I think he just had an apple today.
At his
yeah,
size, an apple will last all day.
yeah,
I will be honest, above table, I don't think that is something that would click with Bella. She's just assuming that he needs to eat. So,
um, yeah. That sounds good. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go change real quick and get ready for dinner.
before you do that, are you not with Xanth and Cornelius? Aren't they with you? We couldn't find them, so we thought that maybe you three kind of met up or ended up got right.
No, they're on their way here. Although I do need to check in with Selwyn. Is, can I check in with Selwyn?
Yeah, you're still connected.
Okay, okay, yeah. Then, hey, Selwyn, what's going on with you? We're all meeting back at the tavern.
We'll probably be about an hour before we're back, or a good distance away. But we're on our way.
Okay, we will see you. They're about an hour away, Bella. Um, yeah, so that I think everyone's gonna meet up, and I do want to get some rest. It's been a long day.
Yeah, maybe we could, I don't think we have a way in the room. Maybe we could just leave some funds with the barkeep if we're not still down when they get back. I don't know how long it'll take us to eat and make sure they have money for food as well. I gave Varen half of what we sold those scimitars for to start ordering stuff so we could eat.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, that's perfect. I think the money we have should last us quite a bit. Um, yeah. In the meantime, I do want to get cleaned up and ready for dinner. Um, just gonna run up to the room real quick. But I'll see
Right,
you at the.
I'm gonna drink.
Yeah, I'll definitely be down for dinner in about 30.
All right. Yeah, I think if the dog's ready, Bella would make her way back inside as well. Just maybe take a quick cursory glance to see if just kind of sees Xanth or Cornelius at all.
Oh,
Here she's tall.
I meant to tell you when you said, "Oh, they're on their way here." Um,
Oh yeah, sorry, you mentioned it. She was just seeing if maybe she saw them, if maybe they're close by or something like that. So
You do not see them.
We're taking our sweet time.
I get the distinct feeling Xanth has been ripping Cornelius the entire way.
Yeah, I am taller, so we're going this way.
But it's not long after that the pair of them, everybody finally makes it back. NPC who are on the way but have not. Yeah, I would like to do.
yeah, beer and whiskey.
Yeah, I think it was food, 2 glasses of whiskey, a keg of ale if we can get it. If not, 2 large pints. Don't know what
If
anything
you would
else.
like a whiskey, it is going to be 5 lunars for a bottle. Are you looking for just some
Perfect.
generic ale?
Stout ale.
Yeah.
Looking for some black bitters, some Iborian, some Dragon's Breath, One Eye.
Probably
Bella would have, Bella would have
would
checked out if those names were all listed off by the barkeep. Just been like
yeah.
stout or look over.
Varen would take a guess on the dead eye since the one eye since someone's walking the dog.
It is a spicy ale.
There she goes. That's what she gets.
It is 2 lunars
I don't remember
Silver.
the conversion rates. Silvers, okay. So the whole thing total is 6.
Is the one that is suggested, Bella, is Lorian's ale. Nice black. Versus Varen's.
Varen has to order for Bella. That's the issue.
Oh no.
That's Dalton can
That's-
pick his own. He's there. You
So
gave
what do you
Varen
get?
gold, so she's trying to. Since you said the Lawrenceburg, that for Bella.
It's gonna be 3. So 5 silver total.
Okay.
I heard not Cornelius. I heard Father Dalton.
Obviously, the breath one.
The
Dragon
breath.
breath.
2 lunars.
Okay. Number 3.
And a meal
So-
will be, I want to say it's
What, a lunar each?
3 lunar per.
Oh, that's an expensive meal.
About the cost of a modest meal.
Remember she gave you what was like the equivalent of like 30 gold, and these are, I think, in the equivalent of silver, right?
Yeah,
The lunar. Yeah, so it's not too terrible.
it's not. It's expensive. So 3 each. So 9 gold. Actually, for the whole party, do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Technically, well, that doesn't count the NPCs, but Xanth's meals are paid for.
Okay, so 1 more to NPCs plus a dog, so 8. Because
You just want to get the dog some meat. It's still 3 silver for a chunk. Never mind.
yeah. So 8 times. Try and pull a calculator 'cause
24.
thank you.
Just-
Saves me time. 2 more
24
gold.
silver.
The party is able to have food, have drink. You're allowed to take them up to your room if you want.
Yep.
I think we
Ooh.
need to round table a bit.
I think Bella would have, if Baron would have ordered, Bella probably would have come in and like sat down to eat her food at the table. She's been like, I'm good to take my drink up there. I'd rather eat down here though. Feels more polite.
Yeah. Don't leave a mess for them.
Also don't really know how I feel about eating in the bed I sleep in. Just feels kind of dirty. And then the dog would have to eat not on the bed, you know what I mean? It just all feels weird.
The dog
That's
has
how
a
you
leak.
dance.
What?
The dog has a leak.
Why
Like,
is the dog leaking?
No, it has a leak.
it has the vegetable.
It's not supposed to leak. It's a dog. If it's leaking inside, then you didn't take out long enough.
It has the vegetable.
Above table, Balmite, do you not know what a leak is?
I know exactly what a leak is. You shouldn't happen in a
Bella
boat
would
either.
Bella would probably look at the dog and be like, I don't think you're supposed to eat things in the onion family. That's kind of an onion. I don't think those are good for you. Can I give you some of what I'm eating? And Bella just has the stew or whatever she's eating. She's like, do you want some of this? I'll trade you.
I mean, I did buy a chunk of meat for the dog.
Oh no, it's got that. It has garnished the bit of meat with part of the leak. You don't know how, but it's done so.
Well, this dog seems to be a proper gourmet.
I mean, this was the dog who pulled out like barbecue sauce to eat Dalton or you with, whoever that was. I mean, I think she's got quite a lot of stuff with her. I just goes back
See,
to the dog. If you get sick from eating that leek, you need to not throw up on the beds on myself or Varen because we're all sharing a room, right?
they look at Varen.
Varen, you've
Do
been
you think
called out.
Varen's going to disagree with me? I don't understand. No, you can't throw up on Varen, and Varen's not going to help you. If you get sick from it, you can't puke on people. That's rude.
They
So
let their head dip before they start
offended the
nodding on.
dog's trying to bring Varen into this. Just-
Don't bring me into this. I don't know much about dogs. I don't keep pets. They don't keep long on the road.
You also
She's
see
done
there's a
pretty well. I
small
think
set of chopsticks on the plate where their meat is. You're not sure where those came from either, or why they're there, but they're there.
Is this dog?
Um,
This dog breaks time and space in so many ways.
Clearly, this dog is a true
It-
gourmand.
But
Oh.
it's
Are-
it's a decent meal.
Are we there at this point seeing this?
Yeah, no, y'all have been there.
Okay.
I did say that this dog is a gourmand.
Yeah, I thought you said
Varen
that
got a
above
whole
table.
bottle of whiskey too. Yeah, so there's like stuff that's shareable because I think Varen ended up with
Yeah.
like a whole bottle when they got the whiskey. So there's
Was it a
drinkable
whole
stuff.
bottle?
Yeah, it was a whole bottle. That's why it was so expensive.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a whole bottle of whiskey.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was
whole
just a
thing.
glass. It's like, holy
No,
shit.
it was a full bottle for. That's why it was so expensive. We have a full
Okay.
bottle of whiskey that was
Gotcha.
5 silver.
Yep.
Yeah. So Xanth is gonna look at the dog and go, "Are you in need of some like noodles?"
They look up. They're just like noodles.
Xanth is gonna go order a thing of noodles. We're gonna make this fucking dog a. I don't know what it's called.
You're gonna make this dog bounce like a beach ball at this point if you keep feeding him so much food.
It is happy as can be, as it's got effectively some noodles and some meat and some chopsticks. I don't know what the hell this dog's on, but it's an interesting experience to watch that dog eat. Doesn't use the chopsticks. It licks some up, noms it, then looks at the chopsticks for a second, nods at the chopsticks, and then goes back to eating, and then does it again.
I mean, sure, those are just after dinner chewables.
It seems to think it's using the chopsticks correctly. Staring at it. But soon enough, y'all are upstairs with y'all's drinks. Full bellies. What do you like to do?
I'm gonna
Has
make
Selwyn-
it's
They're still a little bit out, but they're getting close.
it's the first moon up.
Yes.
Okay. Xanth is gonna look at the group and go, "All right. So I have to be awake by the time the second moon comes up. So I'm going to trance. That being said, Cornelius and Xanth is going to give you an abridged version of what I was told from CL, and then I'm gonna go to, so that everyone can hear it, and then I'm gonna go to my room.
Aren't we sharing a room?
Yes.
Um,
So I
what?
dropped that, but see, here's the thing: is you got more time to talk with the party. Xanth actually needs to go get her 4 hours of sleep so that I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm also going to make sure that the bed is facing the window so that I can see out.
You get a user, or you just gonna get a chair?
I'm gonna use the bed.
Fair.
That's more comfy.
Fair.
But I just want to be able to see the window so that I can tell when the moon comes up.
In reaction to Xanth telling me all this, as after she walks out, so God damn it. So, Ciel, you're telling me that the man who we literally heard tell us about something going on under the city was hanging around not only near a manhole cover, but looked down and was actively looking down.
Yes. And I'm telling you that if we were in Faerun, I would have just gone down that manhole. But we are not. And I came back to discuss this with you guys. I think
Well,
that man holds the key to at least us finding the rift again, or I don't know. He's got something to do with the rift.
well, you have good instincts. Yes, I believe you're right. But we can't do anything about it now because the party needs to rest.
I
But I
agree.
think tomorrow, once we're all rested up and fresh-eyed, you should probably lead us to that manhole.
Yes, I agree. Uh, yeah, I think we should all go together
Yes.
and investigate what's going on.
Anything else happened that I should probably be aware of?
Um, hmm, I mean, the red lightning in the sky, I think, is of note, and the fact that his eyes are the same color red makes me think he's got something to do with the rift. Um,
They were
and
not saw him in the alley.
no, but I saw earlier when he came out of the hospital, right? That's when I
Yes, they
saw.
were red then. When you saw
Yeah.
him in the alley and coming back, his eyes were not red.
Okay, okay. Thank you for clarification. But I did associate it originally when I saw it. I associated it immediately with this because it was the same color. Um, so anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna say I think our best course of action is to follow the leads we have, and Holt and Dorian himself. And
Yes.
I don't know if Dorian himself is of sane mind right now to really lead us anywhere. So the manhole seems like the more logical course of action.
Tell me, when you saw that servant girl, that maid, uh, leading Dorian around, did it seem more than just forceful? Like, did it seem like she was trying to force him someplace? Or is
No,
it?
she was just helping him get back home, is the vibe I got. I think what happened was he jumped over the wall or on the wall and then jumped down and ran. She couldn't jump down the wall, so she ran out the front door around the house, saw that he had jumped down by looking at the bushes, ran as fast as she could to the library because that's where she thought he went. Then, when she got to the library, realized he wasn't there, ran and found him in that alley. So she had a hint that he was in that alley, which means that he had been in that alley before. And that means that he had been at that manhole before, because that manhole is the only thing of note in that alley.
Hmm. Well, that would explain the crushed bushes on top of that wall we saw. Me and Xanth saw.
And the reason she kept running, and then when she found him, her urgency went away, and she just walked him back towards the house. I don't think his caretakers know exactly what's going on with him. It's much deeper than they think. And from what Bella said, they don't even see the lightning or think that he's talking backwards or something. They don't see the red eyes. I don't remember exactly, but she said something like that.
Yes,
It,
there's a good chance they might not see it at all with how little these people see things that aren't that come through are rift related, such as us and our buddy and all other things. Speaking of, how went it with the rest of you with trying to get into the mansion the front way?
Poorly. They have documentation papers, and you know how nobles are with bureaucracy.
Yes, I thought that might be an issue, and I
I
don't
was
think
hoping it wouldn't be.
we'll have any luck finding any kind of black market dealer of notification papers. Not in this area anyway.
No, and that would take too much time, and I don't think anyone in the party is good at forgery. I mean, speak up if I am mistaken.
I miss Sable. She probably could have done something about this.
At that
But I
point,
don't think.
you'll hear a knock
Sorry.
at the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Cornelius will get up, grabbing his sword and hang out, kind of like leaning against the side of the door just so it's in arm's reach, and slowly open it.
It's Selwyn.
Oh,
I knew.
good evening, Selwyn.
Connecting someone?
No, but we've been tooling around the city for quite all day. I figure maybe our luck had finally caught up with us, but it's just you. Good.
She tilts her head.
Of course.
Uh, there is food for you downstairs. I did pay for you to pick up some. If you want to do that first.
I'll deal with that after.
Okay.
She steps in and closes the door. Been an interesting day. Some interesting things. Looks like it's a pretty small world.
Oh,
There's a couple small villages out in the outlying area, but beyond that, not. They have everything they need here. More interesting thing we found is apparently missing. Not just the way, they just disappear. They fully. No trace they were ever there to begin with, and no one seems to.
Okay. A question: do the rifts induce madness in the local residents?
And sometimes a rift. Your
Is that
best
a
way.
proximity thing?
The best way to deal with the rifts is throw out the idea of things being anything happen.
out of curiosity, how do you know people are vanishing if we've only been here today? How would you know that there's someone was there but then one day and then not there the next day if all trace of them are gone?
There's still some holes, and saw it happen. One of the individuals looked sick, keeping an eye on them, trying to avoid the guard, so we watched while they were vanished.
Just poof, just gone.
We think they might have moved, but we're not certain of where. After asking around about it, the woman we were asking, well, despite the fact she was having lunch with.
Out of curiosity, this sickness they seem to be presenting, did it appear as red eyes, mania, things like that?
Red veins.
If I recall correctly, did the guy have red veins?
Not really that you can see. Oh, you didn't see anything.
Well, I saw him as he was walking away, like in.
You didn't see him. It didn't see that on him.
Oh. Hmm.
Okay, I'll update Sailwind on what I discovered.
And and Cornelius will repeat what the guy said word for word. To Selwyn, just in case they weren't aware of what was said.
You see, she thinks it over for a little bit. There was manhole cover near where we were, too. Right about the place we lost track of the woman we were.
Dorian was mumbling about something happening under the city. And he was, there's things with the things he was mumbling about, like the spiral staircase in the library that actually exist in this town. There's a spiral staircase in their library. So, and when the lightning streaked across the sky, Dorian looked away. Did not want to see the red of the lightning.
I could be wrong, but I think what we're here to find might just be in these sewers.
Be out of the way, less likely for people to deal with. The fair few that have their orb end up like their sphere end up there. It's. You see, she trails off. She looks over at the window.
Cornelius will
not-
follow their gaze.
As all of y'all in Xanth in the other room all notice something about the window. Red mist has fallen. That tonight is where we're gonna leave. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next with y'all. For those listening in, thank you as well. This is gonna be a fun one. See you next time. Peace.
It's gonna be good.
Bye
Bye now.